Whoa, hey, where'd you come from? Running around in a marauder's attire. You're liable to give some people the wrong idea. It's in poor taste. Dressing up like a marauder's disrespectful to all the workers that got eaten by them. Ain't safe out here. You'd best head into town. Avail yourself of Edgewater's high walls. And low prices. I'm being vigilant. Don't want to get blindsided by some corpse-chewing marauder come stalking out the shadows. Oh, worse. Unemployed cannibals. You ever seen a marauder hold down a job? Or put a stake into society? Pleased to make your acquaintanceship. I'd shake your hand, but I've been hauling corpses. You don't want none of that on you. Name's Silas. Junior in humor for the town of Edgewater. We're all part of the Spacer's Choice family. Definitely not the junior in humor, that's for sure. If you've got business inquiries, you should stop by Reed Thompson's office. He's up in the tower above the cannery. Head into town, follow the road. Look, you obviously ain't a worker. What's your racket? You a smuggler? Freelancer? Got a knack for being discreet-like? There's money to be made, long as you keep your nose clean. Edgewater is a company town, board-owned and operated. That includes the cemetery. None of us own our grave sites, we rent them from the company. Renting means money. Money means paperwork. Paperwork means signatures. Some of our families become a mite delinquent in paying their dues, you see? 4 workers still haven't paid up. Phyllis, Conrad, Ludwig, and Martin Abernathy. He's a special case. You may want to twist his arm a little. He just is. Look, I don't want to get into it. Just make sure he pays up. Conrad's got a barbershop in town. Phyllis works at the cannery most hours. Abernathy... I ain't seen him in a few... You'll find him in town. All except Lud...
read the latest report?
Never seen you here before. You a visitor? Welcome. On behalf of the Spacer's Choice family, let me welcome you to... What? No, I am in no... Yep. Got my mid stuck in a rotor wheel. Shredded my... Boss was real generous to me, though.
Wish we had some better rations.
I know how you feel.
Welcome to the Spacer's Choice Constabulary. We are Halcyon's leading brand in frontier justice. The office is writing up promotion. Purchase 3 criminal investigations and the 4th one's free. As long as your questions fall within the acceptable margins of curiosity. His likeness decorates many a wanted You are correct. An outstanding bounty has been posted for information. Unfortunately, the arrest of Mr. Wells falls out. Wells is wanted by the board. If you have information... Something to report. As a Spacer's Choice constable, I am authorized to grant you legal authority toward Know how to carry yourself in a fight? Cross them off and bring me their fingers. Just one per marauder, please. I'll dust off the old fingerprint roller.
Almost lost a finger in the cannery today. Hey, you hear about Wilson?
Heard Marauders got in.
Just between us. Run off in the thick of night.
The grease monkey, Argo?
I'm sorry, Mr. Thompson, sir. You asked why it's taking so long to fix. The answer's technical.
Don't apologize. Just try use... Seems we've got a guest. Really now, Parvati, I do wish you'd spoken up. I do apologize. I was given no forewarning of your arrival, or I might have welcomed you at the gates myself. I'm Reed Thompson, Outpost Administrator. I cannot help but notice you are not in uniform. Yes, so it dawns on me. Seems I allowed my excitement to run away with my wits. Been a few seasons since we've had a visitor pass through.
Only regulator we got is hooked up to the town transformer. Mr. Thompson ain't liable to be keen on dismantling it.
I beg your pardon. I am most emphatically not keen on any such thing. I can't let you have our power regulator. But I happen to know of another one. And I happen to know exactly how you may retrieve it without frying yourself in the process. There's a power regulator in the old botanical lab. It's mostly abandoned, so all that power is being... Go down to the geothermal plant. Reroute power from the botanical district over to us. Once their power's shut down, you can have... I was not entirely sure how to tell you this. The botanical labs are not... The people living in the botanical labs. They're deserters, former workers. I need them back at their posts. My hope is that by cutting off their power, you will convince those deserters to come back to town. Before you go to the plant, I want you to stop by the botanical lab. Speak to their leader, Adelaide. Tell her the power's about to go, and that it's time her band of deserters came back to town. Adelaide's older than the other deserters. She's dignified, kindly. That is not a hypothetical I enjoy entertaining. We need Adelaide. We belong to one community, the Spacer's Choice family.
My dad told me all about the plant. Taught me all he knew. I could come in useful. I mean, if that's all right with you, Mr. Thompson. Sir.
I hesitate to part ways with Miss Holcomb, but I cannot deny you will need an administrative passcode in order to enter the plant. I am trusting you with... Are you sure? I imagine...
Oh, sure. I mean, you got your own business and all, so I'm sure...
You may find Miss Holcomb at her garage once she and I are done talking. Let's start over. Walk me through the process. Show me where it's going awry.
Well, sure. It's... into the mechanism.
Sorry, I'll just be a minute.
You had a minute. Next one comes out of
Hey there, Mary. Don't see you around here too often.
It's not the best choice. Music to my ears. It's not the best choice. Music to my
Had your rations yet?
Yep. 2 whole cans of salt tuna.
A friend of mine died a couple weeks back.
Got my sights on you.
You the new worker? Whatever. Make it quick, Tenderfoot. I'm busy. Shit. Silas still on about that. Here, take the fees. Because they're not my fees and not my gravesite. I could do without the law requires delinquent gravesite fees. Shame, though. Woke up one morning and put a round through his upper story. Can't... Just between the two of us. I'm pretty shocked. Eugene wasn't... Yeah, I was the close... Suicide's a crime. When one of your workers in other words, Edgewater would have been penalized pretty hard. Well, excuse you. I'll have you know, I'm just...
Yes, Mr. Thompson. I'm fine, Mr. Thompson. Whoa, well, you tell Mr. Thompson I'll be right at my... And what... Silas knows, doesn't he? That's why... I'm dying. I'm not long for this world. It's plague. I'll pick... There's a cache of anthracillin tucked. I need you to... I'll do what I tried medicating myself. Anyway, I can't just buy medicine. More like the company won't treat me. You will not find... it. So...
You're making a mistake working for Abernathy.
Please don't touch anything. Your hands are probably... Physical hygiene. So everyone said... You will... Ah, gravesite fees. As broke as pie, I simply cannot afford it. With what? Tell Silas I can't afford to pay. And that I fully... Not a bad idea. Your idea...
Fancy threads. That's some... You run into... Conrad's barbershop is a yawning pit that swallows his You gotta put the squeeze on Conrad. Find some... That's the...